public how we think we will best spend the taxpayers' hard-earned money. So we will have several reports from our different subcommittees on our best suggestions on how to spend it. But I want to start as I'm going to finish, and that is by thanking our remarkable staff. They are so dedicated, prepare so many options for us, are up literally all night, several nights during the last week. And we would not be able to put forward this budget without them. But you'll have an opportunity to give them a standing ovation at the end, okay?
Just a warm-up.
We're warming up. But I want to thank you all for joining us today. And I want to assure everyone that the Virginia Senate will continue to work together, as we always have done, in a bipartisan fashion to build a budget that upholds our tradition of strong fiscal management. The Senate Finance and Appropriation Committee members have worked diligently to bring before you this afternoon our recommendations for amendments to the current budget, Senate Bill 29, and the proposed biennial budget, Senate Bill 30. In developing our recommendations, the committee focused on our commitment to Virginia's future. This meant prioritizing the people of Virginia while at the same time developing budget recommendations that are structurally balanced. Where there were options for one-time investments, we took them. Some examples include providing cash investments in capital outlay while reducing the amount of proposed debt and planning for a larger rainy day fund deposit in the second year. We believe these responsible actions will protect our AAA bond rating, which is a top priority for the whole committee. Our proposal includes deposits to the revenue cash reserves of $720 million between fiscal year 20 and 22. And when combined with the mandatory deposit to the rainy day fund of $112 million, our combined balance in savings will total $2 billion by the end of fiscal year 2022. With respect to planning for the future, this budget prioritizes our greatest asset, the people of the Commonwealth. Whether it be the creation of new jobs, rate increases for service providers in Medicaid, or salary increases for our teachers and employees. In some areas, we had to reallocate dollars in the introduced budget to provide for needed investments in compensation. This includes accounting for the historic increase in the minimum wage, additional targeted compensation for public safety officers, providing salary increases in the second year for teachers, state employees, state-supported locals, and higher education faculty. We also provide employee and teacher bonuses the first year of the budget. The recommended amendments to the budget also make needed investments in early childhood education, including the expansion of Virginia Preschool Initiative to at-risk 3-year-olds and funding to maximize mixed delivery partnerships. In higher education, we provide funding for student affordability for the G3 initiative, need-based financial aid, and the tuition assistance grant, all programs that will help our students be more successful in the future. In the area of health and human resources, the recommendations continue funding significant investments in community-based behavioral health services, such as permanent supportive housing, and improving services for individuals with developmental disabilities. Other recommendations include enhancements to the Medicaid program and improving rates to various providers, including personal care attendants. Additional priorities of committee members are reflected in the subcommittee reports that will follow. We will hear briefly from each subcommittee chair, And after the report has been presented, I will ask that the report and related amendments be adopted. After all the subcommittee reports have been issued, I'll ask that the introduced Senate Bill 29 be amended in accordance with the subcommittee reports, and that the bill as amended be reported. I'll then ask that the introduced Senate Bill 30 be amended in accordance with the subcommittee reports, and that the bill as amended be reported. Now that I've outlined the committee priorities and the process, I'll